enjoy the ride. In crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, in crowd, 815, 815.
Well, this says in the not too distant future, but we're already there. We're there. The future is now, and we've gotten to the point now where a written note or talking to a friend is more factually reliable than any photo or video you might now see. Keep that in mind, my friends. This is the In Crowd 815 podcast. I'm Greg. He's Tom. What is this? It is the 7th day of February, the year 2026, the latest it has ever been
in the history of mankind. Now, to your point, hi, Greg. Oh, where did Greg go? There he is.
The BIG number of the week is 13 billion. Does it have something to do with Super Bowl or same day?
There you go.
Was that supposed to happen that way?
That happened automatically, thanks to...
as you were just talking about AI taking over our lives and everything, because what I was going to say is, hello, Greg, it is good to see you this morning. See, I'm not AI, I'm real because
you are, and
well, I think I am. I'm going to pinch myself. Ow.
Is that going to have to be a thing? Pinch yourself and prove your... No, that's what's going to be the video.
I could just see, okay, hey, can you pinch me? No, not there. Probably wouldn't work, right?
Whole new world, man. It's a whole new world. We've got a great show.
This is really weird. If you watch any amount of internet, I watch a lot of, it's not TikTok, it's YouTube Shorts, but it's essentially the same thing.
Right.
But anyway, I watch a lot of that. I get a lot of good Packer stuff there. I get a lot of funny stuff, memes and whatever. And what I see are things that are very questionable, meaning, is that AI or what? I sent my daughter something, and my daughter, she's smart as all get out. She got it from her mom, obviously. Anyway, I sent her a picture. It was a meme of a dog, two dogs, a small dog and a big dog. The small dog's going, rah, 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 and the big dog goes, oh, and the dog just flops like he's, like, oh crap, I'm in trouble now. My daughter sends me the thing. She goes, you realize that's AI? So I looked at it again, and I'm like, yep, I can see that.
Now I can
pick up on it at first, but yeah,
it's difficult.
It is.
It's hard.
And it's only getting better and more scary.
Well, it used to be easy because there was always at least one hand that had 6 fingers on it instead of 5. It's still doing that with some images and stuff like that, or even adding an arm. I've seen some stuff this week where there's like someone with 3 arms in a caricature. It's like, okay, that's funny because it's a cartoon, but
I saw one not long ago. I know we didn't intend to spend time on this, but I just got to say, these two guys are coming up in a rowboat, and there's this tree that's kind of growing out of the side of but it's far enough away, and there's rushing water. It was either a flood or whatever. And they go grab the cat, the mama cat and the baby cat. They grab around around the tree and pull them both. He was around the tree. He pulled them both into the thing. That's impossible. And it was a smooth, transition.
How did they?
And I'm like, oh, that's AI. I went back and looked at it again. Yeah, that's AI. That drives me nuts. They do it for clicks.
That's right. And that's the thing.
And shares.
That's what we all need to remember. A lot of this stuff is just done for clicks and views. And if you are compelled to watch a video that's like a 5-second video and you want to watch it numerous times because you can't quite figure out what's going on, they get credit for that. Each view is another view. So
yeah, and whenever it says watch to the end because you'll be amazed, and then I watched to the end, it's like
there's nothing there.
There was nothing amazing about it. It was cute, but there was nothing amazing. So whenever they do a watch to the end, I put a dislike on it and scroll forward.
There you go.
Or the other thing too is, hey, before we go on, hit that like and subscribe button. No, sorry. And there's one other thing they do. You know how guys like pretty girls, right? I mean, this is why beautiful women are on TV, and this is why they have commercials and Sydney Sweeney and this and that. When they put one on there where you've got this really pretty girl, looking all gorgeous, and you click on it, and it's half second. It's gone. It's only there to get you in. Those are the ones I dislike and scroll forward. All right,
All
that's
that
my
all that to say this, you really have more control over your algorithm than you think. And
yeah, you
what
do.
you like and watch is really controlling what you're seeing. So if you're a big user, for example, Instagram, you'll notice on my Instagram page, I share a lot of self-help positive things, Christian messages, stuff like that, because I want to see more of that. And the more you
Mhm.
like and share that stuff, the more you'll see of that stuff. So
No, that's a
just
good point. You're exactly right.
little in tip there. We got a couple of guests to get to. Let's get rolling. We're going to be learning a little bit later about the Superhero Center for Autism. Jim Taylor is going to join us again. He's been on the show before, and they have a huge event coming up in April that we want to talk about this week. But our first guests today are brand new to the show and brand new. I believe this is a brand new not-for-profit in the Rockford area. Hope for All is the name, and I am going to bring on Venessa and Derek onto the screen. Good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody.
Thanks for joining us today and being a part of our show. Before we get into all things Hope for All, we want to learn about you two first. So, ladies first, Venessa, tell us about yourself. Where did you grow up and go to school and that sort of thing? What was your childhood like? What's Vanessa's baby steps?
I was born and raised here in Rockford, Illinois, and I went to a number of schools. I went to East, and then I graduated. Or I'm sorry, I went to Guilford and graduated from East.
All right. So Tom can make fun of the E-Rabs. He was one.
Oh, was it?
No, I wasn't.
No, you weren't. You were a
No.
Jayhawk.
I was a Jayhawk.
That's
All
right.
right, Vanessa. Before you go on, it's Vanessa, right?
Yes.
Okay. It doesn't say it on your screen thing.
I know.
What does ERAB stand for?
I was never really into the school spirit, so I don't even really know.
It's the weirdest, dumbest thing. East, red, and black. Isn't that crazy?
East, red, and black.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah,
That's
no,
all.
it's cool. It's cool. But anyway, okay, just a side note. I'm sorry. I'm the king of interruptions, by the way. So
That's why you're
sorry
here,
about
buddy.
that.
So
I
after
even interrupt
high school-
myself sometimes.
Where did you do after high school? What kind of a career path led you to where you are today?
So I went for a little while to Rock Valley. I kind of teetered between different things I wanted to do. And then I went through some challenges financially. So almost was homeless, things like that. So I ended up not having to drop out of college. And then I ended up finding PCI. And then that's basically where I've landed and I've grown here with PCI.
Awesome. Now, for those who have no clue what PCI is, tell everybody what PCI is in Rockford, because as big of a company as it is, there are some people that have no clue it exists because it's kind of hiding back there over by the airport.
Yeah. So it's a pharmaceutical packaging company.
And it's a big pharmaceutical packaging company.
It is. It's definitely growing and has since I first started here. I've been here for 14 years now, almost 15.
Nice. Good for you. I honestly, I knew it's been there for a long time because I lived in New Milford for quite a long time. But I had no idea the scope of the size of it till I went to visit your corporate office a few weeks ago. And I went there. Here was my mistake, Derek and Vanessa. Here was my mistake. I went there during a shift change.
Oh, geez.
Oh, yes.
Holy cow.
Yep.
The number of cars, and it's not, the streets back there, not designed for shift change at the big company. So it was really slow going to get around and into the parking lot. PCI has become a huge, huge company. So whatever you've done to facilitate that, kudos to you. Great
Thank
deal
you.
over there. Now, Derek's a coworker, but Derek's, where did you go? Are you a lifelong Rockfordian too?
You know what? I've been in Rockford my entire life. I don't think I could picture myself living anywhere other than Rockford. I love this place. I've had a rocky past. I started out knucklehead troublemaker back in the 90s, running around, not taking life serious, not taking advantage of the opportunities that were set in front of me, wanting to do things my own way. But often I got in my own way. Around about 2010, I maybe started to take things a little bit serious. Got more focus on getting my career together, and I started to build my leadership skills professionally. I had been a leader my entire life, but I had never really did it on a professional level. But it was something that came natural to me. So I started to build my leadership skills. I was at Servacom for a while. I ended up going to a call center administrator there before they went out of business. And then I went out to Woodward. I kind of tried the CNC thing, but I'm more of a people person. You know, I love to be around people. I feed off the energy of people. So the whole Woodward thing, being just isolated at a CNC machine, it really wasn't for me. The money was good. The people were nice. But, you know, I got to get out to where I can feel like I can make a difference. I'm all about passion. I'm passion driven. So I found a home at PCI. And when I came into PCI, you know, we had 3,700 employees here in the Rockford area. So it was, you know, it was the perfect place for me. It was like a playground. I saw it as unlimited opportunity to be able to connect with people, to be able to help people grow their careers. And I've been here ever since 2023.
Okay. Well, I have not read the book yet, but I got this on the screen now. Is your book "Hope for All"? My grind toward God. When did this come out, Derek?
My book came out November 1st, but it's been in a process. You know, this was a 4-year process. I went through a journey. I'm a recovering alcoholic. So I wanted to be able to document my journey so I could give back to the community, because I know there's a lot of people that they struggle with addiction. They struggle with maybe their past and maybe trauma, maybe things that has held them back. So I just wanted to show people, hey, if I did it, you can do it too. Because I didn't have a traditional way to go about it. I kind of navigated through it. God gave me the strength and really told me what I had to do and showed me the doors I needed to go through. But I know that sometimes, you know, people want to walk through those same doors, but they just don't know how. So I found the strength in me to put out this guide. It's like a tour guide, and it's able to show you the direction that you can go in, you know, if you do want to make some positive change in your life.
And having someone to see do it first often helps people so much. I haven't told this story in a long time, but there was a group of young goofballs I ran around with when I was a kid, and one of the little towns that we rode our bikes to had a little small river that kind of ran through it and was next to this library that we'd often go and hang out at. And in the back yard of the library, there's where the river was. And there were some people on some parts that were fishing, and some people were kind of, you know, dipping their toes in the water. And I'm like, it's a hot day. I'm jumping in that river today. Nobody was in the river. And I just was, after, you know, 10, 15 seconds of me being in the river, cooling off and like swimming around where nobody else was, all my friends were following me into there. I was like, that was the day I realized we all have a little bit of leadership in us and we just don't know it, you know? And that's a stupid, goofy story, but your story, I need to read your book. I admit I haven't read your book yet, but your book, From the Heart of Rockford's West Side, Where Streetlights Outshined Hope and Addiction Stole Futures, a raw, unfiltered story of struggle, surrender, and salvation. This is something I bet you've been working on for a long time. Did this take you a few years to put on the paper your story?
Well, you know what? This is the thing. You know, God works in mysterious ways, and I always think that He has a plan for us. You know, because like they tell us all the time, everything was already written. So this book brought me to Venessa. This is our journey. This is our journey because Venessa is on her 3rd book. She did just publish her last book December 1st. So
show off hers. There we go.
Yeah, it's a great read too. Really great read. And this is about her life. Definitely, if you want to get more involved or want to know more about her, this is definitely a way to do that. I'll let her speak to that in just a minute. But so I'm talking to her and I'm having a conversation at work with Venessa. I was shooting some videos because I do a lot of video work and a lot of promotion. So I was doing a video and I walked by her and it was like God drew me in.
Nice.
I didn't see her face. I didn't see what she looked like. I didn't see anything, but I felt the energy pulling me in that direction. So I walked over and we started to have a conversation, and she's telling me about, her first two books, and she's telling me, she was wrapping up her third book. And I said, well, you know what? This is crazy because I've been writing a book for the last 2.5 to 3 years, and I wanted to have 17 chapters. And I'm like, I've got writer's block. I'm on chapter 10 and I don't know what to do. And she looks at me and she says, put the book out. You can make a part 2. You don't need She said, you got 10 chapters. It's good to go. I said, oh my God, she just changed my life in 30 seconds. And
Nice.
from there, our friendship grew and we realized that we had a lot of interest together. But she is actually the reason that my book came out sooner than later.
That's awesome. That's one of the things too, that's especially like in this social media age, you see all these perfect posts. You think, oh, I can't make such a thing. Well, make what you can and hit post. Make what you can, hit send, hit the send button on the email and send it. If there's a little bit something wrong with it, tweak it, fix it later. Learn about it. You're not going to learn until you jump in the river, get wet, get out there.
And that's exactly what she did, Greg. She pushed me out, and I'm really ready and I'm excited at that point because I'm like, okay, now I got some inspiration. I got 10 chapters. I'm feeling good. And then she pulls her book out and she says, I'm going to send you over a PDF of my new book I'm getting ready to release. I want you to read it. Nobody's read it yet. I want you to take a look at it. So I read her book. I literally did not put it down for 2 days, and I made it through it. It was, one of the best reads I've had. But after that, I realized that I owed it to the world to get that book out.
Yeah.
Because I realized that it was so many different people that I could help. And if once you go through Hope for All, you'll see that I don't like to say it like this, but I did kind of rewrite the 12 steps. Now, I didn't rewrite it as to put it in a different structure, but I worded it to where I felt like people could be able to understand it and be able to apply it to their lives in a practical way on a daily basis. Because I want to make becoming free, and I mean free from addiction, free from problems, free from trauma. I want to make it as easy as possible for people. So I did kind of go through and kind of restructure that, reword it, so people can actually break it down and digest it. I did put a 30-day devotional in there as well. And it's also more of a workbook towards the back. So that way you can kind of document your feelings as you go through the book. And towards the end of the book, I did leave a little extra space so you can start your personal journey on journaling. So that way you can actually start your life story, because that's what it's all about. It's about one person teaching the next person. Iron sharpens iron, steel sharpens steel. So I just want to make sure that everybody has the same opportunity that I had.
That's
Derek, if I could say, I like what you say about rewriting the 12-step thing. You're not changing anything. What you're doing is you're doing it like a Bible translation, like the New International Version or the New King James or something like that. We don't read in these and thous. The King James is very difficult to read. And remember, the King James is a translation anyway. So any other translations are just there to help us in today's vernacular. And so what you've done is you've made it more user-friendly, so to speak, for anybody who wants to pick up your book. Now,
we love Bill. We love Bill. Don't get it wrong. I love Bill.
Friends of Bill, yes, I've heard.
Friends of Bill now. I wouldn't do it like that. I love Bill.
Oh, absolutely not. And I don't think for 1 second that you did. I think it's wonderful the way you did it, because any doors that you can open by hook or by crook, it doesn't matter. Any doors you can open for that other person to come into the fold. I mean, I find it very difficult to read the King James. So I would love to read something like your book if you're putting it in terms that I can better relate to. The other thing I think it's most important is that this is what I've never been addicted. I'm not one. I grew up in an addicted household. My brother was on drugs from the time he was 12, 13, 14, and I was 4 years younger than him. So I'm like 8 years old dealing with my brother. It wasn't until he came to the realization that he needed help, he needed God, he needed guidance. That's when things started to change. So if your book plants a seed for somebody and says, you know what, I'm the problem. I need to work on me. I need God's help. I need my friend's help. Doesn't matter where the help comes from, ideally God, but I mean, sometimes the conduit is your best friend, your neighbor, your mom, your brother, sister, whatever. And sometimes that's all you need, that little push forward. Like you said, Vanessa kind of
Yeah.
pushed you forward, pushed you off into the deep end, and then said, "Write that book. You're done. Make another book." You know what the heck? Why not? I
Hey,
love
you
that.
know
I think
what
that is
time?
wonderful.
You know what time? I'm going to be honest with you. What I notice a lot of times, and I've taken friends. You know, I volunteer all the time down at Rosecrans. I work, you know, with them to try to push this message. They call me in all the time to do speaking engagements. Judge Holmgren, the circuit court, they are, you know, so good to me. They took me out to Peoria. I did a speaking engagement for 500 people for Winnebago County Courts, problem solving court back in October. But what I noticed is that, you know, people want to get better in the moment. And that was kind of how we got to Hope for All. Because in that moment, you need those resources. Because a lot of
Mhm.
times, people cannot get to the correct resources to get themselves together. So that's the whole thing about Hope for All and what we're trying to do with the nonprofit organization. We are trying to make sure that people have the resources available so that way when they do make the decision to change their life, it can be an experience that is at their fingertips. You know, Vanessa and I, we just, I don't know if you guys know Sherry Pickney,
Mm,
the CEO over at the Rifle Rescue Mission. So she just took us
Yeah.
around last week. She toured us through the Rifle Rescue Mission. You know, told us, you know, everything about her family, and she's really given us a platform there to where we can come in and we can kind of try to get our feet wet and kind of figure out the direction that we can kind of put these resources together and partner with them at the same time doing it. So we have a lot of different stuff coming up for Hope for All soon. And it's I'm just excited. I'm just really excited.
Are you at the point yet with your new not-for-profit that you're needing volunteers for anything or donations toward anything? Obviously, you're selling books, which is great, but the organization itself, it's so new. This is probably a future cast for what you're going to be doing. But where are you at with needing like volunteers and donations for what you're planning to do with Hope for All?
You know what? I see us really getting involved in the community here towards the summer. We did just get all of the paperwork filed necessary to get our 501c. So we want to make sure that we have everything documented and done correctly first. So I would think maybe June, July, we'll really start to get some stuff going in the community. But the most important thing, we want to make sure that we have our paperwork and everything straight because we want to make sure that we have the longevity here in the community and we can build some roots that last. So I don't want to jump in too head first. I want to try to make the right connections and get the right people on board so that way when we do start to move forward and we do make the change here in Rockford, we can make some change that lasts, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Well, before we get too far, I do want to have Venessa share a little bit about her book, Whispers of Becoming. You said this is your third book now?
Yes. Yep.
Tell us a little bit about Whispers of Becoming. What is this book about?
So this is a memoir of my life, essentially, and it's something that I've been putting together when I initially started therapy back in like 2018. And I started to just document what I was going through, what it was coming up for me throughout my whole life, things. So with like Derek, something I noticed with him is like his life has been very external. It's things that people can outwardly see, whereas experiences in life have been more so internal. Most people would look at me and would never think that I've gone through the things that I have. And so that's what I document on here is really just diving into that internal process. And I'm also a certified trainer, so I talk a lot about that in the book because sometimes it can you think that wellness and health and fitness can be something positive, which it can be, but it could also turn into something very dark if you don't keep that in mind.
Yeah, yeah. What do you do when the people you love most can't love you the way you need? Man, what a oh, what an introduction to what this book must be about. For Venessa Delgado, the answer met years of silence, self-doubt, the haunting question: am I too much or not enough? I think everybody who's got a brain ticking in their head has asked themselves that question before.
Yeah.
What, why can't this person who I love so much love me back the way that I need? And it's a challenging part of life, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, it starts with our parents, and when you are born with from a mother who, she was very young herself, and she was not prepared to be a mother. So it's very hard when she experienced a lot of trauma in her life. She doesn't know how to properly love, her daughter. So
Yeah, and
it
we're all
affects.
so different. We're
Yeah,
all so different. I have 6 children. All of them are so very, very different. They all have their own individual love languages and likes and dislikes.
yeah,
And you'd think they would all love ketchup on their French fries and pizza like Dad, but no. But one really does. So yeah, it's this. So I see this as a book that you've got out now, and there's a buy now tab. I got IamHopeForAll.org in the chat, so people can find that and click on it real easy and go right to your page here. Anything else that we want to? We could keep going for the whole another hour, but we do have another guest today, so we're going to kind of wrap things up and have you back on maybe in the summer or in the fall when you guys are like doing more with this. Now that once you get all the T's crossed and I's dotted, as you mentioned. Is there anything else we did not ask about your organization, Hope for All, that you wanted to make sure we talked about today that you're ready to talk about?
You know what, Greg, I appreciate it. And like you said, I mean, we could talk for an hour or two. I'm definitely a talker. I would just say, make sure you guys go to the website. Make sure you subscribe to the newsletter. That way that'll keep you guys connected. It'll keep you guys informed on what we have going next. And if we have any events or anything that we need help and volunteers with. I feel really good being a part of the In Crowd. In Crowd 815. I'm in the house now, so I'm
You are. You're part of
the
the family.
I'm part of the family. I like it.
Yep.
We love it.
I appreciate
we hope
you
you can join us for our upcoming events. We got a lot of stuff coming up this year, and the next one is in support of NAMI, the National Alliance of Mental Illness. The Northern Illinois chapter is doing a trivia event the last Thursday of this month. So we'll be at Park Lanes supporting them instead of doing our normal monthly networking group event. So,
and what day is that on, Greg?
The last Thursday of the month, with I think it's the 26th.
It is the 20. Oh boy, I don't know. I'm the host, but I don't even know. Yeah, the 26th.
February 26th. Our next normal networking group event is March 26th, and that one is actually going to be at the new Excel Center at the YMCA on Y Boulevard. Our friends from Gemini Solar are going to be sponsoring that, and we're going to be checking out the new Excel Center at the YMCA there, 200 Y Boulevard in Rockford on Thursday, March 26th. So that'll be our next actual networking group event.
Yes, sir. And we are going to have a booth down at the City Market, so you guys can definitely come down at the City Market and visit us, and you can learn more about Hope for All and learn how you guys can get involved and get connected to. That's something that we do have coming up here soon. So,
okay, awesome.
If I may, I would like to say one last thing. What I think is most important about what you guys are doing is you're breaking the cycle. You're breaking the cycle. It stops now. Any kind of the abuse, anything I went through, all of the bad stuff, it stops now. And I think that is so very important because it gets handed down from generation to generation to generation. It's learned behavior. It almost becomes part of our DNA over time. And when you break the cycle, you stop the torment, the damage, and all, and then everybody can move forward. I was kind of part of that. I had to break the cycle from a lot of things in my past, and it's so very, very important. And it allowed me to raise 3 kids. I say 3 wonderful kids. I may be a little biased on that, but anyway, they are good kids. Because I understood what pain I went through as a kid, and breaking the cycle is the most important part of what you do. So my hat's off to you. I can't.
Are we sure this guy is a Packer fan? Because this guy, he sounds really smart.
Hey, come on. Come on. You notice that thing right there says Super Bowl champs?
All right. Well, hey, we're
Anyway.
gonna, like I said, we'll want to have you back probably late summer, early fall, when you guys have things a
Absolutely.
little bit more in focus as to what you are doing and how people can plug into it and get involved and help you grow Hope for All into what you envision it to be. So really excited about that. So
Thank you.
Thank you.
you both stay on the screen because
Yep.
we are going to do a little bit of this with our next guest, right? Time to do some trivia transition with our buddy Tom, and welcome to Jim Taylor from Superhero Center for Autism on the screen. Hello, Jim.
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm excited to conquer trivia.
All right.
All right, with my pal Snoopy, we didn't get the video thing today. Anyway, here we go. I'm a big Snoopy fan.
So Tom's always got 7 questions for us, and my hope every week is we can get at least 4 of them right. If I can get more than half, I feel pretty good about my weekend. Let's see if we can't get at least 4 correct.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, I know. That was my Christmas gift from my friend. Okay, are you guys ready?
Let's
Put your
do this.
thinking caps on.
Ready.
All right, so the first thing I'll tell you, and Jim, you remember this because you've been on before and you've done trivia with us before. These questions are not designed to make you feel dumb in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, you're going to miss 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, who knows? But the random questions, you either know it or you don't. Sometimes it's just not in your wheelhouse, but that's why you got 1, 2, 3, 4 of you. There's 5 on the screen, but I don't count. I already know the answers. So here we go. Here we go. Your first question, awards. I'm just going to read you all the categories.
Awards.
Award, music, U.S. cities, cars, foreign gifts, speeches, and Rockford trivia. All right.
Okay.
All right. Here we go. Awards. The NFL's Most Valuable Player Award was handed out Thursday. Who won it? Was it Drake May or Matthew Stafford?
Matthew Stafford.
It was Matthew Stafford.
Matthew Stafford is correct.
I actually was at home during the awards and watched most of them. And when he got up there to accept his award, his 4 daughters got up on the stage with him. It was adorable.
You want to talk about a beautiful family. I mean, here is this accomplished Super Bowl winning, MVP winning, billionaire, whatever. Not that money matters. It really doesn't. But I'm just saying, I mean, when you can raise your kids and not ever have to worry about, well, we're eating bologna again tonight, kids, because the check didn't come in, It's really just a beautiful, beautiful example of a family unit. And they're very, very open about it. They've had their struggles, but oh my God, they just love each other so much.
They're adorable.
It's a wonderful family. Okay. I digress. Here we go. Music. In about 32 hours, speaking of the Super Bowl, in about 32 hours or so, we will hear America's theme song called The Star Spangled Banner at Super Bowl 60. Who wrote the song? Was it F. Scott Fitzgerald or Francis Scott Key?
That was Francis Scott Key.
Ding, ding, ding. Yes, it was.
Battle of Baltimore. Yeah.
Battle of Baltimore. The story behind that is amazing. He was a prisoner, right? He was on the ship.
He was a prisoner on the ship. Yeah, and he watched it. Yeah.
Crazy story.
The rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air. All right.
F. Scott Fitzgerald wrote a song about his ship, right? No, that was something else.
Yeah, that was very good. He wrote the Great Gatsby, but anyway.
All right.
All right, U.S. cities. I think it was him. Anyway, U.S. cities. What is the largest city in Florida by both population and area? Is it
Ooh.
Jacksonville or is it Miami?
This one's actually pretty easy because
I've been to
Jacksonville's
Miami and
huge.
Jacksonville's huge. Okay, yeah,
By
I
area,
actually don't know.
if you were only talking population, I would say I would have guessed Miami, but Jacksonville is huge. It's not as huge as Houston, but it's really big landmass. It's
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so
All right.
Jacksonville is the answer. Jacksonville has 1 million residents, believe it or not.
Wow.
And Miami
Huh.
has 487,000. Now, when you add the Miami metro area, they're upwards of
Yes.
700,000. But here's the funny one. Jacksonville by area, 874.75 square miles. Miami, 36.7 square miles. To put it in
Wow.
perspective, Rockford is 65 square miles.
Huh.
I looked at it, I'm like, wait a minute. I went to another source. Same thing. So
That's kind of
Miami is
mind
just
blowing.
It is.
highly concentrated.
Yeah.
But the Miami metro area, you get South Beach and all of that where LeBron went. That's then that makes it bigger. But you know what?
And it
The
can't
internet
go into
doesn't
the
lie.
ocean.
Come on now.
It can't grow out into the ocean. So there you go.
All right, cars. Who makes the Forester?
I think I know this, but what do you think?
I want to say Jeep, but I might be wrong.
I want to say it's Subaru.
Tom, what do you think? Well, I'm going to go with Subaru.
Oh,
I can't picture
Subaru
it in
is
my
correct.
head, but I'm pretty sure I heard the Forester affiliated with Subaru at some point. So
Subaru Forester.
hey, 4 for
Yep.
4.
Yeah, this is pretty good. All right,
Good
and they're only getting easier now. Maybe
Oh.
not. All right, foreign gifts. Which country gifted the United States the Statue of Liberty as a symbol of friendship and freedom?
France.
That's France. Yeah.
France. Very good, Derek. Very good.
5 for
Absolutely, it
5.
is France. All right, fine. These are just. You know what? I'm going to dig in for some tougher questions.
Another great
here.
story about
Let
the
me
Statue
see
of
here
Liberty is when we
what I
got it,
got.
they had no base to put it on, and they had to raise tons of money and people, like 200,000 people gave little gifts to fund the base for the Statue of Liberty. It's a crazy story.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Speeches. Perhaps the most famous speech delivered by Abraham Lincoln was the Gettysburg Address, which began with the line 7 years ago. How much time is 7 years?
I think it's 87.
Scores 20, if I remember right.
Yeah.
4
Four
times 20 is
score
80.
and
Got
7
me on
years
the-
ago. So.
If you're the Packers, the score is 7. If you're the Bears, the score is 3. So, but
Oh,
yeah, yeah, it is 87 years.
Not this year,
Okay.
Tom. Not this year.
Yeah, well, yeah. Look at me, get crap, and yet you beat us in the playoffs and win. And yeah.
Get
All right, I bow to you. Wait till next year, just like a Cub fan. Wait till next year. I am a Cub fan, by the way. All right, final question. You guys are 6-0. Final
All right.
question. In what year did Rockford's very own Cheap Trick perform their famous Live at Budokan album? Now,
Oh,
I can give
boy.
you options for years, or I can give you hints on what else happened in that year. Or you can just go ahead and guess.
What else happened in that year? Tell us what
Yeah,
happened.
What else happened?
Yeah.
That's fun. That's fun.
All right. Well, this may not be so easy. I'm looking at
No,
it.
no.
All right, here we go. It was the year when Leon Spinks defeated Muhammad Ali. The Jonestown Massacre took 900 lives, and Pope John Paul II was elected. That's not going to help you.
That was in the late 70s. So at least we're somewhere between
77.
75 and 79, right?
77, right?
I am going to go
77?
ahead and give you, and I'm not counting this against you. If you get this, you win it all. Because this was a tough question. I'm going to give you 3 answers, 3 potentials: 77, 78, 79. That's all you're getting
I'm
for a
going
hint.
with I'm going with Derek. I'm saying it's 77.
I like the guess. I like 77.
I'm team 77. Yeah.
1978.
Ah,
Sorry about that.
Oh,
That's
Good
okay.
run.
6-1. This panel rocks. This was awesome.
Good.
This was awesome. 7.
that was fun.
6.
That deserves a little celebration confetti. Go throw some confetti out there.
Yeah.
Woo, throw the confetti. I like we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Nice.
Awesome.
I didn't see the confetti. Snoopy's happy.
Well,
All
Vanessa
right.
and Derek, I hope you enjoyed your time on the show today. Like I said, we definitely want to have you back. So we'll be in touch and connection in late fall or early summer when you got something else that you want to talk about and get people involved with Hope for All. I love the mission and want to show support.
You guys are
We'll see you at the
definitely
city
awesome.
market.
Thank you so much.
for
Thank
having
you
us.
so much.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Take
All
care,
right.
guys. Nice to meet
Bye.
you.
Bye-bye. All right, just a quick reminder that our current race to 10 has Tom in the lead by a score of 9-7, and we'll have a big number of the week coming up at the end of the show. This week's big number of the week, it's a big one. It's 13 billion. Does it have something to do with the Super Bowl or same day? Put your guess in the comments and let us know. Maybe you'll win a t-shirt or a gift card or something this week. All right, Mr. Jim Taylor, thank you for coming back on the show.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
For those who have not met you yet, we need to learn a little again real quick about Jim Taylor. I know this much about you. You're a Canadian.
Guilty as charged. Yes. I was born and raised in Canada. Born in Saskatchewan and raised in Manitoba. So now I'm here. I've been here for about just over 10 years.
So the real question is, what's more fun to say, Saskatchewan or Manitoba? I say Manitoba is more fun to say.
Manitoba is fun. Saskatchewan, people get a little hung up on it. I think the problem is they get halfway through and then they lose confidence. It's like you just got to charge through. Saskatchewan, just confidence, full confidence when you say it. That's
how
the
many
key.
people confuse Saskatchewan with Saskatoon?
Well, Saskatoon is in Saskatchewan, so that helps. So if somebody says, "Hey, I'm in Saskatoon," we know what they mean, but they also say, "Hey, I'm in Saskatchewan." They're also correct.
You're right. Right.
Yeah.
All right.
And if they say
let me
Sault Ste.
just-
Marie, they're not. They're somewhere else.
Okay. So let me just throw this out there. One of my favorite sitcoms of all time. I bet you can guess what it is.
Favorite sitcoms of all
What is it?
time.
Is that all I get?
Is it a
Well,
Canadian?
it's from Canada.
It's from Canada. Is it? Well, is it Letterkenny?
No, it's Corner Gas.
Corner Gas is fabulous. Corner
Oh
Gas
my
is
God, I
terrific.
love
It's
that
such a fun show.
If
That
I
show
could
is
ever
set
find it,
in Saskatchewan.
it is. It is
Yes.
in Regina,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love that show. I can name all the actors on it. I can name lines. I can watch it, and then I can predict the next line. I absolutely love that show.
Oh, it's so good. And it's so
Such
accurate.
great-
If you watch that show, that is what it's like in Saskatchewan. It really is.
And I wouldn't know that. I'm glad you say that because it makes me want to go visit Corner Gas. It makes me want to go just see the town, small little town.
Yeah. I think it's called Three Dog. I think that's where they shot that. A little place called Three Dog. I might be
Okay,
wrong,
all right, that makes sense. I believe I read up on something like that. I wouldn't have gotten Three Dog, but yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a great show. Brent Butt is
Brent Butt.
He's
a great
comedian,
dude.
He's just phenomenal. So
Yeah, he is a
married
terrific
to
guy.
Nancy Robertson, who is on the show, Wanda from the.
She is. Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. So I got to revisit that. I got to watch it.
Yeah,
It's
me
fun.
too.
Yeah.
I got to find it. I got to find which. I have direct satellite, so I should be able to find it somewhere.
Should be hard. Absolutely.
Well, at some point in your journey, you found yourself into these United States of America. Did you come directly to Illinois, or was this a roundabout trip that ended up in Rockford?
Kind of a roundabout trip. I was in the comedy world for a long time in Canada, and I ended up performing on cruise ships. And on one of those cruise ships, I met my wife, Stephanie, who was working at the on the art gallery at the cruise ship. And so we met and fell in love. And then when the time came to decide where to live, we she was in Chicago at the time, so I moved to Chicago and I lived there for about 3 years. And then we decided we wanted to start a family, and all of Steph's family's from here. She's Rockford born and raised, and we were like, let's go to Rockford. So we did, and I could not be happier with our decision. I absolutely love Rockford.
It's kind of the Venus flytrap of cities. Once you get here, you're like, all right, I'm here.
You
I'm
just
stuck.
once you get here, you get it. That's the thing. Like
True.
other people outside are like, oh, Rockford, and then you get here and you're like, oh yeah, Rockford. Like this is awesome. What a great city. Great energy. Just everything about it. Yeah.
Like a larger Saskatchewan, right?
It is. It's like quarter gas, but with stuff that happens. It's really cool. Yeah, I
There you
love it
go.
here. Love it here.
Mhm.
So the cruise ship experience for you, were you one of those comedians where you bounced around all the companies' cruise ships, or did one company kind of have a contract with you and you did all their ships?
We were with Norwegian Cruise Line. I was in a cast with the Second City. Yeah. And the Second City at the time had an exclusive contract with Norwegian Cruise Lines. And so I met my wife on the Norwegian Star, and we got together on the Norwegian Pearl. And
Awesome.
so,
Awesome.
yeah.
We're big fans of Norwegian Cruise Lines. We're going on our 3rd Norwegian cruise this year, and
All right. Freestyle
love,
cruising.
love it.
Yeah.
So your comedy
I've yet
routine,
to be on a cruise. I gotta go.
you gotta go. It's
Gotta go. Gotta try it.
it's like an
Yeah.
all-inclusive resort. I mean, you almost have to pay almost for nothing. It's all there. It's just great. So once
Yeah.
you get out, it's we meet you at the buffet, and then I'll meet you at the pool.
Absolutely.
So your comedy routine on these
Uh,
cruise ships. Not that I want you to give your 20-minute routine.
my tight 20.
Yeah, what was kind of your shtick? What was your thing on the cruise line?
So I was with the Second City at the time. So we were doing sketch comedy and improv. And so we would go in the big theater one night. We do 2 shows. That was the big theater. The theater was huge and beautiful. It was like 1,000 people in this show, and we would do little sketches for them and songs and stuff. And then we go at the other end of the ship. There was this big fancy nightclub, and we would do improv and bring volunteers from the audience and do an improv show. And then they had us do like little panel games, and like because they do all the you've been on a cruise, so they do like Liars Club, which is like a fun one, or the Dancing with the Norwegian Stars and things like that. And so we were on the panels for those. And the really fun thing about it was we were kind of, because our sketches were about ship life, they didn't want us too early. They wanted us to kind of be further into the cruise so people understood what we were joking about. And so for that first week, no one knew who we were. We'd walk around the ship like we were regular passengers. And then, you'd go up on stage, and then the next day people would be like, I saw you around the ship and I didn't know you were an entertainer. And it was
Gathering
always like,
intel.
yeah, you kind of
You weren't very funny at the coffee maker the other day.
I know. Yeah, well, I wasn't on the clock, lady. It was early in the
That's
morning when I was
right.
getting my coffee. Yeah. It
It's
was a wonderful experience. I did 4 ships total, and I left loving it because I had met enough people that had done it for too long and that had become bitter about it. And I was just like, I don't ever want to be one of those people. I had so much fun. It was so great. I was treated so well. And I was just like, I'm going to leave while I'm on top. And I came back to land and to my beautiful wife, and eventually here to Rockford.
That's
I saw this great comedy routine the other day. The guy said, I used to do cruise ships and it was great, but it's better on land because if you bomb, you can leave and go to the bar and you're all done. You're on a cruise ship. You're there for the next week. People are heckling
Yeah.
you. You're eating your eggs in the morning. You suck.
Absolutely. Yeah. There were definitely times we wanted to grab a life raft and just kind of jettison and get out of there.
Right.
But it was a ton of fun. The audiences were wonderful. I met so many great people in addition to my wife, and I'm still friends with a lot of them today. So
That's
it was
awesome.
a good
That's
experience. Yeah.
Well, at some point in your journey, you found yourself at the Superhero Center for Autism, and
Yes.
tell us a little bit about what that connection was like and why you found yourself there.
So our son Hudson was, when he was 2 years old, we kind of noticed he was not kind of hitting the milestones that he should be hitting, particularly with communication. And at that time, of course, there was a pandemic, so everything was online, and we got a diagnosis of sensory processing disorder, which later, a year later, we went and took him in, and actually he was assessed for autism. The Superhero Center was one of the very first resources that was recommended to us. And we consider ourselves extremely lucky because in those days, not a lot of people know about the Superhero Center. In fact, we still think not enough people know about the Superhero Center. But we were very lucky to hear about it very early. And I will never forget that very first day that we brought our son into that center. It was like, all of a sudden he could just do what he wanted. He could climb. He's a sensory seeker. And so he
Mhm.
loves to climb and he loves to run and he makes noises and jumps and spins around. And he was with his people and we were with our people. You know, we had parents there that were coming over and introducing themselves. And we just discovered this community and we discovered the most important thing, we're not alone. And we saw happy families all interacting with their kids. And instantly my wife and I were like, we have to be a part of this. We have to do something about this. And so we joined, we became very active parents. In my day job, I'm the managing editor of Northwest Quarterly Magazine. And so I reached out to the Superhero Center and featured them in the magazine. And at the time, they were looking for a communications director. And they were like, oh, this is serendipitous. Would you like to join? And so that was 3 years ago. And I've been the communications director ever since. And it is the most rewarding thing I think I could ever do. I'm so grateful on so many levels to the Superhero Center. And I just feel so proud that I get to come here and talk about the work we do because it really is a fantastic place.
That's cool. It
Yeah.
says, if you're reading on the screen with us here as he's talking, you're seeing that about the center, founded in 2015. Registration is required, but there is no
Yes.
cost.
There is no cost to anything we do. We do ask that you register on our website. And most importantly, we have a waiver there that you need to click because we are a play center. We need to keep everybody safe and
Yeah.
protect ourselves. So that's why we ask that. And once you're registered, you can come to our open gyms. You can come to our events. We really strive to keep everything that we do free. We understand that a lot of our families are coming in. We might be one of the only places that they can come to because of the prohibited costs of other places and things. So we try to keep everything we do as free whenever we can. We hold holiday events that correspond with sort of seasonal traditions. So, for example, today is our Valentine's dance. We have two sort of sessions that our kids can come in. It was a registration event. They come in and they get to kind of, play with balloons and dance to music and things like that. Our Sensory Santa event is very popular. It's a chance for parents to get a photo taken with Santa Claus. A lot of our families just can't take their kids to a mall to meet Santa.
Yeah.
So this is a chance to meet Santa where they're at, you know. Same with the just all kinds of great opportunities, and we definitely try to keep it all free.
That's cool. That's cool. So if somebody wants to donate, you can see there's a donate button up at the top right
Yes.
amount.
You can also be a sponsor for our upcoming Masquerade Ball,
Yes.
which yeah, it's coming up in April 18th. It starts at 6. It's at the Embassy Suites. I should say their full name, Embassy Suites, Rockford Riverfront Hotel and Conference Center. It's our first time with Embassy Suites. We're so excited to be teaming up with them this year. We just know it's going to be beautiful. Our theme is Enchanted Forest. And we've already we had a meeting the other night, and listening to the decorating committee talk about all of their plans was super fun to hear. So I'm really excited about that. And you can be a sponsor of our event. You can be a platinum level sponsor. We've got platinum level all the way down to bronze. If you are a local business and you want to help out, you can donate gift cards to your business or merchandise for our silent auction. You can just make a donation if you like. At some point, we're probably going to need volunteers, but I don't know what that situation looks like yet. But there's all kinds of ways that you can be a part of our Masquerade Ball, all kinds of ways that you can help out the center. And I would also like to take the moment to thank our media sponsor, Midwest Family Broadcasting. We've worked with them for a couple of years now, and they're just so awesome, and they do so much for us. And so I do want to shout them out. Um, but yeah, we're so excited to be doing this ball. This is our 9th annual ball, and it's always a super fun event. So we can't wait to strut our stuff.
Something special about going to a party where you put on a mask and then you take it off and then you put it back on.
Exactly. That's half the fun. You get to be a superhero out on the dance floor, and then you can take your mask off. Yeah.
It's like Halloween night. Hey, I have a couple of questions for you. I know there are levels of autism, as we call it, the spectrum.
Yes.
Is it? Do you have to be? Let's just say it's 1 to 10. Do you have
Uh-huh.
to be at a 2 or a 3 or a 4, or can you be just hitting the 1, just barely, to be able to join?
Oh, you should join no matter where you're at on the spectrum,
Okay.
whether you're high needs or low needs. We have groups as well that we're really big fans of getting together. All of our different family members. We have moms groups, which is very active and a big relief for a lot of our moms. We have dads groups. We have sibling groups, and we also have teen groups for teens with autism, so that they can connect and get together. And their parents also get together that night so they can share ideas and resources. But we're also reaching out to adults that are on the autism spectrum and trying to fill. We're trying to fill everybody's needs as best we can. And we're so
Yeah.
lucky to have a passionate community around us and people stepping forward saying, "Hey, we have this idea. We want to try this," and we're open to any idea.
Oh,
Absolutely.
I love that. I love that. That was my
Yeah.
next question. You already answered it. Age out. You don't age out then.
We don't want anyone to age out. You can't age out of autism, so we don't want you to age out of the superhero center. We want to find a place for everybody. And, in areas like that, we really do rely on our volunteers. Our teen groups, for example, are run by this wonderful couple that they just wanted to reach out. They wanted to help. They didn't, this is how they could. And they've put together these teen nights that happen every 2 weeks, where our teens can get together. They have a place to come. We have a room for them. They can play video games or watch movies. It's always our volunteers that are bringing these ideas forward and helping us make them happen. So, yeah.
If we could give today's show a theme or a title, it would be "Loving People Where They Are." Both
Yep.
guests have done that,
Yeah.
and this is awesome to me because my own story here. My grandson, my son, my daughter-in-law, my 2 grandsons, they live with us. It's a wonderful thing. I love it. They had issues at their home. It was kind of falling apart, and they didn't have the money to fix it. It was a gift from them. It was trailers, what it was, and it was kind of dangerous. So I said, "Dude, we got a full basement. You're coming to live with us, however long you need." My oldest grandchild, he's 10. I don't know if he's on the spectrum, but he exhibits some of the behaviors. He doesn't like to get up and go to school. He's, always arguing in the morning and this and that. And I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I'm in the process right now of researching it. So if I were to bring him by, do you guys do the evaluations, or do we have to get evaluation beforehand?
No, we are not a medical center. We can't do assessments or anything like that. But we always recommend that people do get their child assessed, even if you suspect that there's something going on and you're not quite sure what. It always helps to talk to a medical professional, and they can guide you to a place that will have an assessment done. And the
Okay.
most important thing, and this is what we tell parents, because we hear this from people all the time. Our child is exhibiting this behavior, and we're just not sure. If you get that assessment, as scary as it might be, that was probably the most terrifying day of my life, was waiting for the doctor to give me the assessment that my child had autism. As scary as that was, that assessment unlocked services, and it unlocked therapies that he needed, and resources. It gave us access to resources, and so that assessment is so very important. And we absolutely encourage people to get that done. And when you come to the center, you're going to find families that have been through what you're going through, or what you've been through. Not every child is different. Every autism presents itself in different ways, but everybody has sort of similar experiences. And so that's one of the things one of the most wonderful things about the center is we have these parents that come together and they kind of advise one another and help one another and guide one another through these various times. And it
All
really
right.
is a wonderful thing to see.
I love what you're saying. I absolutely love that because my biggest thing is when someone has a need, I don't care if someone needs money for a cup of coffee, help them out. When someone needs help, especially emotional, mental, even physical, whether it's autism, whether it's somebody with a broken leg, I don't care. Help them. And it's the fact that people like you exist and the Autism Center exists that can help people figure out your niche in life. Now, my grandson is very talented. He's a really good artist. He's 10.
Yeah.
He's really good. He's not he's not a savant by any means, but he's really good. You can see there's talent there. Very smart kid, very bright kid. Doesn't do well in school, doesn't like school, doesn't want to go to school. Maybe Montessori is a good thing for him, but that's for a different day.
Yeah.
So I'm concerned about it. I want to do that because I look at my own childhood, youngest of four. Kind of, I don't know if you heard what I was saying early on. I don't know how closely you were following. Um, I My childhood wasn't exactly stellar. I was a late bloomer, and I never, ever, ever got any kind of guidance or anything like that. I had a loving family. Mom and dad loved me, but they didn't show it very well because they just didn't know how to back then. So I missed a lot of the nurturing, and nurturing is such a big part of loving your child. I don't care
Absolutely.
if he's the high school star quarterback. He still needs nurturing. Or if he's
Yeah.
some kid who struggles in school, he or she still needs nurturing. And I think that's
Yeah.
the most important part of all this. And so I want to make sure that he's only 10. I want to make sure that we get him the proper testing, to get him into the proper place because he's such a talented kid, such an awesome, awesome kid, but he struggles with daily life. And I look at
Yeah.
my own self, and I struggled with daily life for a long time. I mean, how many adults have 600 teddy bears? I'm serious, and I have no problem admitting I love my teddy bears. They're awesome. They've always been
Teddy
my
bears are the
go-to.
best.
Oh,
Yeah,
I love them. I
absolutely.
love them. I say 600. That might be a conservative figure. I think it's more like I think that might be a closer
If he
representation of how
hadn't
many
given
I
so,
have.
if he hadn't given so many away, it'd be well over 1,000. We know that much.
Probably. It's kind of funny. One more thing here. It's kind of funny. Everybody gives me crap about it. The kids, my wife, everybody. And yet, what do they buy me every Father's Day, every Christmas, every birthday? Teddy bears.
Don't
Teddy
have to.
bears.
You're adding to my collection here. They
You're
bought me this
enabling them.
monstrous one. It was like 6 feet tall if you hold it up. It's what I took to my high school prom, by the way. I'm kidding. But it was
Joke,
my size.
joke. Well, we talked about
He's got
volunteers.
joke.
You also have a board of directors. Are you in need of adding to your board of directors, or are you currently full?
We just made a couple of shuffles to our board. So a couple of position changes. I don't know. We might be looking for board members. If we are looking for board members, we will put that on the website and we'll let people know on the Facebook page. They can click and apply. Our application process has brought us some really, really wonderful volunteers. We recently welcomed, well, it's not recently, she's been around for almost a year now, but Chelsea Collins, who is not listed on there right now because she hasn't sent her picture, but she is our treasurer. She does such a wonderful job for us, and we're so glad to have her. So, we're looking for volunteers of all type, whether you want to lend your expertise to our board or you want to be a part of our open gyms or part of our events. You could just click the link on the website and we will reach out for sure because we love our volunteers and we're so grateful to them for lending us their time and their expertise and their talent.
Awesome. Well, you mentioned the Valentine's dance. That would be
Yeah.
thing on the calendar here.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's what we have going on right now. The main thing for us right now is we're gearing up for this masquerade ball. We're so excited to be dancing out at Embassy Suites on April 18th. It's going to be just a terrific night for everyone. And we've already had some wonderful sponsors that have reached out. We want to thank our gold level sponsors, or silver and bronze level sponsors. We're just so grateful for them, and it's always just a wonderful night, and it's always magical in its own way.
That's cool. That's cool. Well, hopefully
Yeah.
this goes off really, really well in April, Saturday night, April 18th, down at Embassy, and should be a wonderful night. I know we are also still seeking a sponsor for you guys to get a team in the next Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest.
That's right. Yes, especially given my trivia prowess that I've shown the past 2 times I've been here.
Hey, that's right.
Well-
I'm singing.
Well, we were
Yeah.
thinking it was your great voice. Come on now.
I can sing the answers to questions too. So,
There you go.
yeah.
There you go.
Well, for
Uh,
those, following along,
87 years. Jacksonville
Sweet
has
city
a million
woman.
people. There you go.
March 19th is our next masked karaoke trivia contest. And for those who are just catching up with us now, this is our 4th installment of this contest. And no, you do not wear a mask to this event like you do the masquerade ball for the Superhero Center for Autism. At the Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest, the not-for-profit that the team is playing for remains masked until the end of the evening. So we don't know if team number 4, we don't know what team number 4 is playing for. We might recognize some people on the team, but we don't know if they're playing for this or that not-for-profit. All we do know is all 12 teams are competing for a local not-for-profit here that has a local presence in the 815 area. And this time, the prize has grown. A grand prize is a $7,000 grand prize for the winning team profit. So one team out of the 12 will win $7,000 for their not-for-profit because their combined karaoke and trivia scores will outscore everybody else. The team that scores the highest trivia score without winning the grand prize will win a $1,000 grand prize, courtesy of Jess Riley at Envoy Mortgage. Thanks to Jess for jumping in and sponsoring that prize this time around. And then the highest scoring karaoke of the evening, as determined by our celebrity judges, which, by the way, one of our celebrity judges is Kevin McCarthy, our local all things local music scene guy. That team is going to win $1,000 as well, thanks to Advice Marketing. So thanks to Amy and Lisa at Advice for jumping in and sponsoring the $1,000 karaoke prize this time around. And of course, our big sponsor, Medicare 411, which is handling the $7,000 grand prize. They gave $5,000 to Marshmallow's Hope back in November for the winning team. And this time, who will it be? We'll find out March 19th. And we currently, of the 6 teams that are signed up, we have room for 6 more. Of the 6 teams that are currently signed up, none of those currently are playing for the Superhero Center for Autism. So we need a team playing for you guys.
All right, let's make it happen.
There. So
Let's make it happen. Absolutely.
March 19th at Tabala.
Now, Greg, technically, I should be the winner every time on the trivia thing because I get all the answers correct.
You are
That's right.
Right?
Winner.
That's true. That's how it works.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
All right, let's make sure we've crossed all the T's and dotted all the I's. Is there anything that we have not asked you today about the Superhero Center for Autism that you wanted to make sure we touched on this time around?
The only thing that I would say, it feels like we touched on everything that I got on my little Post-it note here. But the last thing that I want to say is we serve 750 families in this region. We are 100% volunteer run. We do not have revenue streams outside of donations and grants that we apply for. We serve 750 families in this community. We have room for more. If you are navigating autism or other special needs, if you need a place to come where your child can be themselves and it's a non-judgmental space, come and see us. And if you have an idea and you're from somewhere else and you want to open a center like ours, come to our center and steal our ideas, because families need this. 1 in 30 children are diagnosed with autism every year. Families need this. Please, let's spread it. Let's make this happen.
And the center itself is pretty easy to find. It's a little off the beaten path, but it's pretty easy to
Yes.
find. And there's a great W sign above the building. I happen to know that because it's a Keller Williams Realty building, and that's where I hold my life.
Yeah, we're on Galleria Drive. We're across from the Events Floral in Loves Park. Beautiful Loves Park, by the way. I got to shout them out. Incredible city, lives up to its name in every way. They're so supportive, so wonderful. I just thank you to Mayor Jury and Alyssa over at City Hall. Great people. But yeah, we're on Galleria Drive in Loves Park, right close to Blaine's Farm Fleet. So do some shopping. Come and see us. If you're from out of town, steal our ideas. That's all I got. That's all I
Hey,
got on my post-it note.
what is Canada's version of Farm and Fleet?
Probably Canadian Tire. That's probably the closest. Yeah,
Canadian
you get
Tire.
little
Okay.
Canadian Tire dollars and you can spend them. Yeah,
Okay.
40,
I mean, you can buy other
42.
things other than just tires, right?
you can. Yeah, absolutely. Yes, you can. I bet
All
you
right.
Brett Butts shops there.
I have
Yeah.
friends that say if you can't buy
Probably.
it,
I'm good. I'm going to go to. I've never been to Canada. Well, I have been to Canada. It's the only other country I've been to. I've never. This is it. Canada and the United States. We went up the QE2 highway, and it said like speed limit 100 kilometers. Oh, I don't know how to
Yeah, I've been
translate
caught on
that.
that.
I'll just go
Yeah,
55. Anyway, we went up to the
that's
Niagara
actually
Falls.
pretty it. That's yeah.
Yeah, that's what we figured. So anyway, we went to the Canadian side of the Niagara Falls. Unbelievable. We were in Canada for probably about 7 or 8 hours. Ate up there. Just enjoyed the scenery.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
wanna
It's a
I wanna
great
meet
country.
the
Come and
butt
visit.
one day.
Come visit anytime. Yeah, absolutely.
Mhm.
Good luck.
folks. Superhero Center for Autism 9th Annual Masquerade Ball is April 18th, a Saturday night at Embassy Suites. Get your now and enjoy an amazing evening in the Enchanted Forest for Masquerade Ball, Superhero Center for Autism. Jim, thanks so much for
Yeah.
jumping with us today, and we'll catch up with you again down the line.
Thanks, guys. Great to see you as always.
All right, take care.
Does it have something to do with Super Bowl or same day?
I'm going to try that again. Try that again.
The BIG number of the week is 13 billion. Does it have something to do with Super Bowl or same day?
All right.
All right, I'm just gonna say, I didn't. I don't. I hope I didn't. I I didn't want to fall for the bait, so
You didn't want to
I don't
fall for
know.
the
I don't know. I'm just gonna.
you gave
Well,
me
it's
your
Super Bowl weekend, so I did.
Super Bowl or same day, 13 billion. That's a big number. Okay.
Well, there can't be 13 billion people watching the Super Bowl because there's only 8 billion people in the world. So
That's a
let's,
good
you know,
good logical way to think about it. What Super Bowl number is this?
60.
It's Super Bowl 60. Is there or is there not someone who has been to all 60 Super Bowls if they make it to this Super Bowl this weekend?
There was a commercial about 10 years ago. There were 4 guys, 5 guys that had been to every single one. And then they started dying off. And so I believe there's still at least one left. I believe there is.
84-year-old Tom Henschel. His name is also Tom. He's
Yeah.
going to be at his 60th Super Bowl tomorrow. He's part of the exclusive Never Miss a Super Bowl club. It includes his buddy Don Chrisman and Gregory Eaton. That's right, Tom and Greg.
Wow. Yeah.
50th Super Bowl this weekend. And of course, he was there when the Green Bay Packers beat the Kansas City Chiefs back in the day. Tickets for Super Bowl I, which wasn't called Super Bowl I, by the way. It wasn't called the Super Bowl until 2 championship games later. Then they went backtracked and said, yep, that was Super Bowl I. Now it was Super Bowl III.
I don't know if I agree with that because I have seen the replays and I have heard, I thought it was Kurt Gowdy saying Super Bowl. We're at the Super Bowl. I'm going to go back and check that out because I think that's a myth because everybody gives us, I think, Everybody gives us Packer fans crap. Oh yeah, you didn't technically win the first 2 Super Bowls because they weren't really the Super Bowl.
The AFC NFC Championship game. I'm on the other side of that. I'm pretty sure they didn't call it the Super Bowl until Super Bowl 3, and then they went back and said, okay, so those AFC NFC Championship games was Super Bowl 1 and 2.
Okay, but and I've heard that. I've heard that from multiple sources. It may be true, but I think I've seen the footage of "Welcome to the very first Super Bowl" or something like that. Unless they've dubbed it in afterwards, but I doubt it. I don't know.
The LA Coliseum, which will be hosting the Olympics again in 2 years, was the host of Super Bowl 1. Tickets to get into Super Bowl 1, AFC NFC Championship game. Do you remember how much the tickets cost to get in to watch that game?
$85.
Way lower.
Way lower.
$12. $12 for tickets to see the first AFC NFC Championship game at the LA Coliseum. Fans wore suits and ties. It was a different time back there in 1968. Or no, 66.
No, it would have been 67. It was the 66 season, 67 Super Bowl, and then the 67 season, 68 Super Bowl.
So Tom and Greg are going to the Super Bowl this year for their 60th time. Seats for this year's Super Bowl. Do you know how much they paid for the seats for this year's Super Bowl tickets?
Oh my God. Well, they probably got theirs free. But I would say probably $1,800. I don't know.
They paid $2,700 for their seats this time. So
wow.
From $2 to $2,700 in 60 years. And yes, Tom gets the point and wins our race to 10. Tom is the champion, my friend.
Yeah, baby.
But I made it respectable. I made it a football score anyway, 10-7.
Yeah,
Amazon delivery, same day or next day worldwide deliveries in 2025 were over 13 billion. And in the United States alone, over 8 billion same day or next day deliveries. That's not all of their deliveries. That's just same day or next day deliveries, which, wow. Where have we come in the last?
It blows my mind. I can't even wrap my head around that. That's crazy.
It is pretty crazy.
Well, I figured your Super Bowl was just too obvious, so I'm going to go opposite of that.
You know, sometimes I teach you to fall for the obvious, but not this time. All right. Next week here on the In Crowd 815 podcast, the Rockford Rescue Mission. We haven't had them on for a while. We're going to talk with Ted from the Rockford Rescue Mission. And Mending Ministries is another new ministry, new not-for-profit here in the area, which I believe, if my math is math correctly, that'll be our 109th not-for-profit here on the In Crowd 815 podcast. Today was 108 because Hope for All with Derek and Venessa was a new one. And had a good week this week. Had a chance to go to Think Big, which is the building over by the roundabouts just south of the Midland Bank there. Think Big is they're helping minority business owners and entrepreneurs get their businesses off the ground. And at this event on Thursday night this week, it was a networking event. And it was promoting diversity in board membership. So one of the things that the founders of Think Big has been noticing and seeing in our community, and all communities really, is a lot of the boards that are present, not just not-for-profits, but other community boards, have been very white dominated, and they want to see more diversity on these boards. So they're helping young people of minorities understand what it means to be on a board and what it takes to be on a board. And they're doing a great work to help promote that. So kudos to Think Big for that effort. And we're going to have Martisha Brown on the podcast here in a couple of months to talk about what Think Big is all about. It's another not-for-profit that is newer and needs to get their story out. So I'm excited to have Martisha Brown on the podcast in a few months. We got a lot of great guests lined up for the next couple of months, Tom. This has been
her nickname is T and her sister is Key. Marquisha and Martisha. I know them. Michael and yeah.
She did a great event. She had an awesome
Michael
event.
And Michelle is their mom dead. But anyway, go ahead.
Cool. Any other shout outs this week other than we kind of already did as far as the next masked karaoke trivia contest? We're really excited that we are up to 16 teams signed up already. We have 6 more openings to fill before March 19th. If you want to participate in this, you don't have to sing. You just have to find someone on your team who will sing. Out of your 8 players on your team, all 8 get to contribute to the trivia portion of the event, which is 3 rounds of trivia with Tom. And at some point randomly through the evening, your team will be called on to sing your chosen karaoke song. And it can be any song that you choose as long as our karaoke DJ has it. That's why we put it on our form. Once you sign up your team, you get a form that says, okay, by the week of the event, you need to tell us who your 8 players are and what songs you're wanting our karaoke DJ to have ready for you when you're called up to sing. We ask for 2 songs just in case the song you want has a problem or isn't available or whatever. So it's just in case. I like to have a plan B. I'm that kind of guy. So you're probably only going to perform one of those songs during the evening, unless something really rare happened and there was an actual tie for the win. Then there might be off too. So we need that second song ready just in case as well. So I don't see it happening.
Okay, so as per our conversation from the other day, when we had breakfast, which by the way, that Riverside Restaurant, nice place.
Yes.
Really nice place to go. I figured out how I'm going to handle the third category. I'm going to do a common denominator.
There you go.
That'll be the extra points. Common denominator. Already got it figured out. Not going to share it right now. I will share it with you off air, but I don't want to give anybody an unfair advantage. So
well, just to clarify what is happening as far as the scoring goes, there's 3 rounds of trivia, which all told will total 75 possible points. Right. And the same will be true of the karaoke portion. The celebrity judges who will be judging that will be judging each singer on 3 categories: vocal performance, stage presence, and audience reaction. So that's why you want audience members there supporting your team. And tickets are available now at incrowd815.com to get tickets. And those tickets have already begun selling, Tom. We have a special half price deal going for the first 50 sold. So those are starting to sell now. And the link is there at incrowd815.com. I could probably bring that up on the screen real quick.
While you're doing that, I'll just explain. You said 3 rounds, 21 points each. So that's 63 points, and then that leaves a void of 12. The common denominator will be that extra 12 points. You either get it or you don't.
Yep.
And that will separate a lot of the people. Because the whole idea is give them the opportunity to get 75 points, but also to separate it so that we don't end up with ties. That's the hope. I mean, ties are okay. We'll do a tiebreaker, but we don't really want to because it adds time and adds stress.
We haven't had that. We haven't had that come up yet in the first 3 times we've done this contest. So
no, ties are rare. Ties are rare.
Yeah, at some point maybe it'll happen, but this time we'll see. Tabala Event Center is the place again. Thursday night, March 19th, and if you want to join us for this event, check out our incrowd815.com website. We're 40 days, 8 hours, 36 minutes, and 36 seconds away from the next Mass Karaoke Trivia Contest. And as I mentioned earlier on the show, and when we did this in November, Medicare 411 gave a $5,000 grand prize to the winning team's not-for-profit, which ended up being Marshmallow's Hope back in November. This time, who will it be? It could be you and your team. $9,000 total of prize money will be handed out, and $7,000 for the grand prize, $1,000 for the top trivia, and $1,000 for the top karaoke. So 3 of the 12 teams are winning some big money. If you want to get your team in, if you want to get that form sent to you, shoot us your email, DM message us, put it in the comments. We usually see stuff in the comments, but I wouldn't rely on that. Just shoot a direct message to make sure we get your the email address and the name of the person who's going to be heading up your team. If you would like to sponsor the event, we have the main sponsors already covering the grand prizes. So thank you to Medicare 411 again, Advice Marketing, and Jess Riley Envoy Mortgage. We are still looking for a gold sponsor to help cover the facility fee, signage, and snacks at $500. If you'd like to help us cover the production and technical side of this event, the karaoke DJ, our trivia master, lighting and sound, and photography and videos, we're looking for a handful of folks to cover that at $250 each. If those things are a little bit out of your price range and you still want to support the effort, get us gift cards of worth $25 or more for our audience participation prizes that will be given away during the event. And we'll be mentioning your business when we give those away. So if you can get us a supply, a few gift cards, that would help out this event as well.
And sponsorship gift cards are great, but sometimes a good Walmart gift card or a food gift card or something like that.
Local restaurant would be perfect.
Oh, absolutely.
I know we'll have.
I love getting gift cards for restaurants.
We'll have some Lucha Cantina gift cards. Our friends Michelle over there at the Landscape Connection had some gift cards for the last one. So
all good stuff, and as we're going into spring, maybe that's not a bad thing because this will be in March. Spring begins 2 days after that. So,
Absolutely.
Some mulch.
Super excited about the next version 4.0 of the Masked Karaoke Trivia Contest at Tabala. I think that's it for my shout outs for this week. I think you want to chat on before we. It is Super Bowl week. I mean, I'm hearing not a lot of people are real excited about this year's Super Bowl. We're not thrilled that the Patriots are back in, and Seattle is cool and all, but whatever.
Okay, so New England's a great story. Mike Vrabel, his rookie season, he took a team that was 4-13 last year, and he went 14-3 this year, an exact 180. And he just won Coach of the Year. He won Coach of the Year, which I think is well deserved. You could have there were 3 or 4 candidates. Ben Johnson would have been a candidate. Liam Cohen for Jacksonville was another one. There were 3 or 4 guys. Yeah, Mike McDonald in Seattle. I mean, why not? It could have been any one of 4 or 5 different guys. Okay, but it's the New England Patriots. I think we're still sick of the Patriots. It's a shame because Mike Vrabel is just one heck of a coach. Well, I mean, this guy is
a lot more likable than Bill Belichick.
He is. But when you're thinking New England Patriots, if you're not following, it's still Robert Kraft. It's still that Patriots. Everybody has a lot of Patriots animosity. I think 15 years needed to go by, but it's only been about 6 or 8. It's been about 8 years since they were relevant.
Yeah, it's crazy the story that's happening there in New England. But yeah, kudos to that organization for continuing to be excellent and
I'm hearing, and I'm not advocating betting. I'm saying if you're a betting person, go low. From what I understand, it's going to be a defensive struggle.
Yeah. Here's the thing about this year's Super Bowl, and I think people have already caught on to this, but in case you haven't, here's the thing about this year's Super Bowl. The New England Patriots had the easiest path to the Super Bowl that any team has ever had in the history of the NFL. What does that mean? Well, last year they had such a terrible record that this year they only had to play teams that had bad records last year, except for their own division, which, by the way, their own division kind of mid this year, right?
Yeah.
So they kind of got there, and even in the playoffs, they played against teams that they played against a backup quarterback in the AFC Championship game.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Had Bo Nix been there, I believe Denver's in the Super Bowl.
I do too. And I'm not a big fan of either one of the two teams, but there is a Rockford connection on the New England Patriots. There is a Rockfordian on the team. I forget the young man's name.
And he went to Auburn. Jadavian or Jaden. Oh, why can't we remember this? We're sorry, family, if you're watching. We apologize.
There is a Rockford connection for the Patriots. The Seattle story is pretty amazing with their coach.
Jadarian Lowe. Jadarian Lowe. There you go. Awesome. I'm pretty sure that's who it is.
So I'm just looking forward to a good game. I hope it's not too low scoring. I hope it's 20-something to 20-something at the end of the game. And we'll see how it goes, but I'm looking forward to a reason to gather, a reason to eat snacks, a reason to hang out with family, friends, and do that sort of thing. So
I'm looking for my pool. I was going to make my predictions. See what numbers I got.
yeah, I don't know where mine is either.
It's going to be an interesting game, just because I think these are two very good teams, very well coached. I think Sam Darnold has a lot to prove. Drake May, I think Sam Darnold's a better quarterback than Drake May. So who is going to choke and who's going to not choke?
Who's going to fumble? Who's going to throw the pick? Is there going to be a pick six? As you know, what's going to be the deciding factor? Both have great special teams, so they're not expecting a special teams mistake. But hey, what happened? You know, with the guy that fumbled the punt last week or 2 weeks ago. We'll see. We'll see how it all goes. So, all right. Any last thoughts before we go into our weekend?
One thing that completely off topic here. I spend a few nights a week in bars. I don't even drink. I do trivia 3 nights a week. So I'm in the bathroom, in the urinal. What do I see? Gum. I see wadded up paper towels in the urinal. Why do you people do that? I'm calling you out right now. You're a moron if you throw something in the urinal. You know why? It doesn't flush down. Someone has to dig in there and get it. Put on gloves, dig in. Someone has to touch.
That's rude.
100 dudes worth of pee. They have to touch the gum that somebody chewed. Why do you do that when the garbage bucket is literally 3 feet away? Stop being lazy. Stop being a moron. Quit doing it.
I agree. I
saw that the other day. And the other thing, too, is when people just put their cart right there and leave it somewhere for it to go and then crash into my car. It's not going to hurt my car, but still. Put your cart away. Put your cart away.
There's a couple of things.
There is a grumpy today.
No, I get you. Tinker Swiss Cottage Museum has a couple events coming up I wanted to plug real quick. On Saturday, March 7th, they're doing their next Tinker's Ball at Memorial Hall, which is a lot of fun. It's a Civil War themed evening. It's a night of elegance and history. It's almost like low key square dancing. It's the leaders of the evening, the dance callers teach you the dance and the movements, and it's choreography more than anything, and it's really fun. Saturday night, March 6th or March 7th, from 6 to 9:30 p.m. at Memorial Hall downtown on Main Street. Tickets are only $15, and refreshments are provided by the Sons of Union Veterans and Mary Logan's Tent Auxiliary. The dance callers, Gary and Karen Alexander from the Historical Timekeepers, are really fun. They're very, very nice. Veterans Memorial Hall, Saturday night, March 7th. And if you'd like to support Tinker Swiss Cottage Museum but can't go that night, maybe go out to Backyard Grill and Bar on February 12th this week. It's a percentage night at the Backyard Grill and Bar, February 12th from 5 to 8 p.m. Celebrate Valentine's Day a couple days early and have a meal with your sweetie at Backyard Grill and Bar. Dine in or get your food to go. Either way helps the museum grow. Thanks to Backyard Grill and Bar for doing this event for Tinker Swiss Cottage Museum and Gardens. And they need help. They've got some big projects coming up on the horizon that's going to take a lot of money and a lot of effort. One of which is a very expensive renovation of the creek wall. How tall is that creek wall from Kent Creek up to the cottage? It's got to be 30 feet, maybe almost 40 feet. It's long. It's a big wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's eroding. And if we don't fix that soon, the whole Tinker Swiss Cottage is going to fall into Kent Creek. So
why doesn't Rockford jump in and say, okay, time out, guys. All of your other projects are on hold. Let's get it done. If they want to raise money to pay it back, fine. But wouldn't that be horrible if it just, I mean, I don't even want to say it.
I know.
Come on, Rockford, step up.
There'll be some grant money. and some stuff that'll help with that, but it'll take some community effort as well.
I
to get
understand
this
all
done.
of that, but waiting for that grant money to come in. Well, we wanted to start construction in July, but we can't because we're waiting on a grant check. We'll know in September if it's coming. Well,
Yeah.
okay, now it's October. Now we can't do it because the cement's not going to cure when it's 22 degrees out. So get on the stick, people. Let's go.
Any help would be appreciated. So
Yes.
keep an eye on that. Next week, again, Rockford Rescue Mission and Mending Ministries. Remember, friends, you change the world when you help one person. So be a blessing to someone every day this week. We'll do the same and meet you back here. Stay on the screens, Tom. I got to talk you off the air, okay?
All right. Sounds good.
All right. Have a great week, everybody. Bye.